Hey, hey, hey. Okay, hopefully this does not give me a crazy look on my picture. I've noticed when I'm moving too much, it's Jody. It's your Can't Gambini Motivational Monday podcast, which we're always talking about something motivational. And let me just double check. You may have just seen me not too long ago on our financial February day 12. So if you did, super duper awesome. Okay. All right, let me see. Okay, you guys can hear me. Right on, right on. So say hello. Who watched the Super Bowl? Drop if you watched the Super Bowl and who you were rooting for. I'm going to tell you the behind the scenes at the Gambini house. So let me know if you watched the Super Bowl and hello. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, sorry, I just got a call. Hey, hey, hey. I don't know who this is, but hello. Oh no. I'm so sorry to hear you're sick. No. Okay. Well, I am sorry to hear you're sick. So, who watched the Super Bowl? Let me know. Did you watch the Super Bowl? And who were you rooting from? Oh, Mary, we're praying for complete healing in your body right now, girl. Complete healing in Jesus' name. So, who watched the Super Bowl? Let me know what your weather's like. It's been a little colder around here, but we haven't had rain in the last couple days, so that's kind of cool. Um, yeah, it's you can always tell when it's a little lighter out here because my lighting looks really good. Sometimes when it's super like really gray, I either have to turn another light on and sometimes my lighting, or if it's dark, which I sometimes you've got to just get her done no matter how you're looking. So was Saturday was my life lessons from the Super Bowl. Don't let the adversity block your small points. They could be game changers. Yes, Bill, that is a really big life lesson. If you didn't watch the game, if you know, you know. Who knows what he meant? Who knows? So you didn't say who you were rooting from, who you were rooting for. So, yeah, it's been, oh, so sorry, chest, body aches. Yeah, well, I'm going to be praying for you. And my one tip for you, and I know sometimes this is controversial, but it was a good, hard lesson for me. I ended up going to the walk in clinic or the urgent care, and I was taking everything I normally took for a lot of the things that I kind of thought I had COVID, but it turned out I had influenza B. And they have some stuff that they give you, and you treat it totally different. And once I started taking that, I started to get better, and it has a cough and body aches, but so does COVID. So I would encourage you to ask to get both of the tests just because my personal experience has been that it really did make a difference. And I'm kind of your natural girl, but you can't. They don't have those tests, but influenza B is. It kind of feels like um, COVID, but you treat it totally different. And so anyway, that's a suggestion I would have for you. Yes. Okay. So you were Niners. So keep guys letting me know. I said, say hello. Let me know where you're joining from. And I want to know, did you watch the game? Bill gave his tip. William gave his tip, our Idaho snow. Um, and it was very good one because here's what's really funny. This play actually happened not too long after halftime. And I think I was talking about Saturday because I've been committing. If you guys haven't been following, I'm doing a thing called Financial February. I'm posting it on my personal page and inside our Financial Freedom Free community. And on my YouTube, which is, I changed the name back to just Jody Gambini because that's pretty much all of my social media. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and now YouTube is back to just my name, Jody Gambini, because it's easy to find me that way. And because my name's a little unique, I'm able to use it. But anyway, let us know where you're watching from. And yeah, so I've been trying to commit to it, and I was cleaning and doing things all day on Saturday. And so I did not get on till like 8 o'clock. The lighting was really bad. Um, you can really see a great example of if you are going live and you've done it and you're like, oh, I looked really bad. I promise you, you probably didn't look that bad. But if you have the wrong angle, or you're doing it with like lights overhead, which I did when it's dark, it sometimes gets interesting shadows. So that one was kind of interesting, but I did it. So sometimes done is better than perfect, because it was the 10th and I didn't want to lose my momentum. And then, of course, between church and everything, and we had baptisms after church, it was amazing. And then had to run home and it was just me and Dan. We just did snacks at home. We had shrimp, 2 kinds of chicken wings. One was, we didn't really know what they were. They were from the Safeway. One was from the Safeway deli, and so I knew those were barbecue chicken wings. And then one were from from Safeway's actual meat department, because they were both on sale. That was some of my tips yesterday, was getting the things and creating what you're going to serve around what's on sale and half off or that, and take advantage and be a smart shopper. But I went outside and did that one on the halftime. So I didn't see the halftime. And then I came back inside and I got distracted with something. I can't remember what, before I came back out to see the Super Bowl play after the halftime. And that is when this one play happened. The Niners were like totally ahead. And I guess it was like a kick, and the guys on Kansas City hit it, and it didn't, their hands were up and they blocked it. And I guess that was like kind of shifted everything. But it was an amazing game. It was a total nail biter. It was history in the making, because I think they said it was only the second time ever they had a overtime in the Super Bowl. And they didn't just do overtime, they actually had them do the coin toss and everything all over again, like it was a new game. Isn't that amazing? I think it just goes till the first person got the next points, or the first touchdown, I think. But anyway, if you haven't heard, the 49ers did not win. It was the Kansas City Chiefs. And I have friends that were going for both. And I grew up, I don't know if my dad and mom, I remember my dad got to meet some of the 49ers in the area where I grew up, way up north in Reading. Most people are 49ers fans. But I became a Bears fan when I got to meet them at their training camp in Wisconsin. And so I always have kind of been that. My husband's dad and the rest of his family are 49ers fans, but for some reason he decided to be a Cowboys fan. So he's a Cowboys fan. So obviously none of them were in there. I really love the story of the quarterback. So even Dan was kind of going for it, because he was the last pick in the draft. I learned something new. And super sad, they call that name Mr. Irrelevant. So I'm just going to say, even if somebody has spoke something over you, that is not your portion, and that is not necessarily what can happen. And so the quarterback for the 49ers, I was really rooting for him because he got, I think he was signed in 2022. Last year, he was like the third string, Mr. Irrelevant, and he ended up doing really well. The other two quarterbacks got hurt, and he was third in line because so you just never know, right? You just keep and he shared that he's a very faithful man and was praying, and so he was just excited to get to come back in maybe it was 2022 because 2023 was last year when he played. And no, he would have played in 20, I don't know. It's like the 2022, 23, and 23, 24, right? So anyway, he ended up in there, which was still huge in all of it. But me and Dan were, even though Dan didn't want the 49ers to win, I think he kind of was like, well, it would be really cool because we were kind of laughing and joking that he'd have the next big, like he'd have the perfect movie story, right, around all of it. But he didn't win. The Chiefs won, and my husband was quite excited because he's not a 49ers fan. I'm sorry, all the 49ers fans that are going to hear this, but he's not. Love to know what. So he was actually super happy. I was actually super sad because um I just wanted that. Um, so I wasn't, yeah. So I just thought that it would be really cool for him. But I also thought that like literally, the best team and the quarterback, gosh, I don't know why I'm drawing blank for both of their names right now. But anyway, he was, you were Chiefs to win from Texas. Oh, Paula wanted the Chiefs to win. She's from Texas. Um, yeah, I mean, no matter what team you were on, I feel like it had so many incredible lessons of not giving up. I mean, the Chiefs came back and they're kind of off their game the first quarter, the first two quarters actually, but they came back and Paula, what is the name? Why am I drawing a blank? I could totally see him. Anyway, he's a really sweet, I mean, he's an amazing quarterback. And, it just showed like how he didn't give up. And I loved it because both the quarterbacks gave glory to God. So I always love that. But I think what I was kind of rooting for the 49ers is because I think his name is Travis Kelce. I didn't like his really bad sportsmanship with his coach and his anger outburst. I thought it was really not good at all. And I was surprised that if you didn't see it, you just don't know. But I was like, what? I guess his coach took him out for something and he got really mad and like got right up. People literally had to pull him back. And I just felt like that's really poor sportsmanship and a lack of character. Like I was surprised. I'd never seen that. Brock Purdy and Patrick. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, it's Brock Purdy was with the 49ers and Patrick Mahomes. I think both of them, I mean, they both, like the quarterbacks did really great. I mean, the whole teams, I mean, it was like the best game in overtime. It was really cool. So anyway, and there were so many great things to encourage people with. So I only have a couple minutes left before I've got to hop off because I am behind. But I just wanted to, what I said the topic was be encouraged. And I probably should have put be an encourager because number one, we want to be encouraged. I feel like the game was such a great reminder of being encouraged. You never know how things are going to end. So don't give up. Don't get a bad attitude. Don't get frustrated. And even though the Chiefs won and Patrick Mahomes is a class act, he really is. He was super class act quarterback. And, I know they had a lot of pressure on them because it was like a double besides the Patriots to make it back to back. And so I don't know if there was a lot of maybe behind the scenes said, but um, Patrick Mahomes like didn't lose his cool and he stayed focused. And I just always like really good work ethic and to not lose your cool like that. Um, and to maintain a stability. I just think a lot of kids are watching, people are watching. I just don't think that I know we see it. I know there's TikToks that show it. And that's just my personal opinion. And I feel like that is what I would say. There were so many last minute things that happen, but stay encouraged till the end. Stay encouraged that God is with you. Stay encouraged that every day you can make an impact. Just don't get so focused on what's not happening or even make it just about yourself. I guess that was why I don't know why I'm even talking about this. Hopefully, I'm not going to get a whole bunch of haters about this or get blocked. But what I didn't like, I mean, I think that Travis Kelsey is like, I love the teamwork between him and Patrick is it Patrick, what is it? Mahone? I want to make sure I'm saying his name right. Yes, Patrick always prays before games. And that's what I did love, both quarterbacks. And I know that there is definitely a lot of prayer on both sides. And I'm sure that it was just something that Mahomes has a $5 million contract. Wow. Wow. Yeah, Mahomes. But and him and Mahomes have a great partnership with everything. And I loved the people that are on the 49ers side too. But what I just didn't like was not controlling your temper. And I get it. There's disappointment that happens, but there's a way you can be honorable and to go up to the head person that's in charge, that is your head coach, even a coach, the offensive or defensive. It's just really disrespectful. It's just really bad. And so it just really bothered me. I don't know why I'm getting on this tangent, but anyway, I just wanted to say that stay encouraged and don't let that. We all have those things that happen, but choose to change your mindset and stay focused and be kind and loving to other people. That speaks a lot and that encourages other people, and be an encourager. I just was talking to somebody today, and I know many times we don't mean it, and maybe we're just trying to be in control of something, or maybe we're just we think we're helpful. But I had a client that has never done videos before, and we're working on something that she's launching. I was really encouraging her to do some videos to release on her social media, announcing this new incredible Christian dating site. And you know, sometimes people don't mean it, but you think you're being helpful, saying, "Oh, did you notice that you have your roots really showed up?" Or, "Oh, did you notice that you had spots on your jeans?" And I know, like, guys, but sometimes when something just can't be, if you don't have a solution for something, so not encouraging if you're already in the car and you don't have a like little, what do they call those things to like clean off any hair or like clean any stains, and you're like, "Oh, hey, you've got a whole bunch of stains." Now, helpful if you walk over to somebody and just really kindly, not in front of anybody, and go, "You got a little lipstick here." Super helpful, right? You got something here, you can't see the mirror, you got a spot, but there's a correction, like, "Hey, grab your sweater and wrap it around your waist," and it's going to protect. Maybe the spot was in a place that wasn't so great, but not helpful to tell somebody they've got a spot right someplace, or there's a rip in their shirt or something that they can't even change, and now you're in the way. So but encouraging them like, hey, you're going to be great. Hey, try to focus on the good and not the things that needed to be corrected. Like, you did awesome. I love your energy in it. Like, here is the thing. In this particular case, I noticed, a little bit of roots or whatever, but it doesn't matter because getting it done is better than not. It's some things people are trying to do imperfect, done is better than. So encourage somebody. I'm sure they know, just like me. Afterwards, I saw my video I did on my financial February on Saturday, and it's like, oh boy, I I saw the wrinkles under my eyes. I almost canceled the live, but done is better sometimes in getting the ball moving down the court, right? Getting the ball moving down the field, getting the ball moving in the right direction. So just remember that when you see something, think, is this going to be loving, kind, and encouraging to them? Or is this actually maybe going to make them not feel so great? And not everybody is that way. Like, some people are naturally, we are words of affirmation. That's me, my love language. So words that are not so positive or might not even make a big deal to other people, that are like acts of service or physical touch. But when words of affirmation is your thing, negative words really like can deflate you. And so, as I know this particular person, words of affirmation are her thing too. So, and I know the other person didn't mean it. They were really, they wanted the best for the person. But be an encourager and be encouraged. Oh, hi, Kusu. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, yeah. That, I don't know. No matter what team you're on, that was just really stood out to me. It's getting dark. See? Um, that really stood out to me. So that's all I will say is I just wasn't a big fan of that at all. Like, I've never seen anything quite like that. And that's all I'll say. Be an encourager and be encouraged. Be encouraged when it looks like you're not going to make it through. You will. Be encouraged. So I just release you all on this motivational Monday to be encouraged that it's not over yet. Tomorrow is a new day. So don't give up. Don't go down into that pit of downness. Like, here's the thing. During that time when Travis Kelce was all for, you could see the tension on the whole team. They obviously, I don't know what happened when they came back, but you saw teamwork, you saw a different attitude, and it shifted. So, we all have that. Like, we wake up and everything spills everywhere. Our coffee spills on us. You're trying to leave, you're trying to get to work, you're going to be late. Like, we all have this. Stay out of that rabbit hole. Yes. Yes, like, just stay out of the rabbit hole. You just never know, and you just want to stay out of that part. It all happens to us. Like, trust me, I tried to go live to do my financial February. I literally wore two different outfits because I'm just like, oh my gosh, people are going to think I did a repeat, right? But sometimes you've just got to get it done. And done is always better than perfect. I'm just going to say it gets you down the road. And I think that game was a perfect example. There were some things that obviously, but they didn't give up. Neither team gave up. I think that's why I love watching that game. No matter who you were rooting for, it was a really fun game because no one gave up. They gave it their all. They left it on the table. And that's all you can do. And maybe your all looks different than somebody else's all. That honestly, that was probably one of the most amazing things I grew up with my mom and dad. Was they, and I didn't know this till actually way after I graduated high school, but I tested with some things with some learning disabilities. And my parents chose to keep me in mainstream public school. My mom was really active. She would be like the room mom and all the things and in brownies. But my family always was about, did you give your personal best? Did you give 100%? And your 100% might have given you a C in a class, and someone else's 50% might have given them a C in the class. And to my parents, it was about giving 100% of what you knew you could give. And so just remember, that's why I love that game, because I felt like both teams just gave 100%. Let's see, what did Arlene say? Yes, focusing on the good. Pray for us. Someone stole our profile tires off our truck in the mid hours. We need our vehicle, but I know God is intervening. I'm just agreeing right now for a complete turnaround for you, Arlene. And yeah, be encouraged. I know rough things like that happen, but just don't give up and don't lose your attitude. Get, like, I don't know what you have to do, but be aware, kind of like what we were just talking about Travis Kelsey. Check yourself and don't let it get to that. And be aware, be encouraged. Be encouraged that God is with you. Be encouraged that things can turn like that. So I am believing that for you, Arlene. I'm just believing that for all. And be encouraged and be an encourager. Be an encourager. Blessings all. I gotta run. Talk to you soon. Bye.